All right, y'all. This is part number 4 of our 5-part series, bonus series of how to create SEO friendly blog content to generate leads, get you found, get you organic traffic, all of the things that your website should be doing for you. I'm teaching you a big chunk of that and how to do that in this series. So if you have not listened to parts 1 through 3, pause this, go back and listen to parts 1 through 3 because they build upon each other and you're not going to be able to just pick up where I'm picking up in your content creation process if you haven't done steps 1 through 3. All right. Now, this is probably this part is just so fun to me. Optimizing your blog is so fun, probably because it feels a little bit like cheating the system, but it's not immoral or unethical. So I like it. Anyway, y'all get a pen and paper, be ready to take notes, and we're going to just get into it today. Hey there, fellow entrepreneur. Welcome to Simple SEO and Marketing with me, Faith Hannon. Do you want to grow your business with organic marketing and finally feel like you can understand SEO? Are you scouring the internet for how to get more website traffic, SEO for dummies, and how to market on Pinterest? Have you tried to grow your business with SEO and blogging only to get frustrated and quit because it's overwhelming and too time consuming? Been there. Hey, I'm Faith Hannon, Jesus lover, copywriter, blogger, wife, wrangler of tiny humans, and barrel racer. And let me tell you, I didn't have time to waste sorting through SEO and keyword strategies that either didn't work or were so over my head I couldn't understand them. I honestly thought that SEO and blogging only worked for people with a PhD in tech jargon and a whole team of employees, until I learned these secrets. Good SEO strategies don't have to be complicated, and creating and marketing great content doesn't have to take more than a couple hours a week total. So pop in those earbuds, slam some coffee, and let's grow your business with simple organic marketing and a healthy dose of biblical encouragement along the way. Okay, so true story. Back when little baby blogger Faith started creating blogs, I just wanted to write good stuff, right? And I thought that writing great content, helpful content, connect with your heart stuff would just draw people in and the right people would find me. Well, unfortunately, the internet does not work that way. But that's okay because I've figured out how to optimize great content for search engines so that you can write those heartfelt things. You can write those things that you're like, oh my gosh, I just have to get this out there. You can do that and then take these principles and optimize that blog so that it actually gets found. Okay. Now, I will be 100% honest. This right here, this whole system is reason number 857,000 why I love Show It for your website, because it works with WordPress for blogging. And WordPress has Yoast. And Yoast is for free, y'all. It's free. There's a free plugin that's amazing. Honestly, the paid version of Yoast is probably not even worth your time unless you have hundreds and hundreds of blogs and you need help keeping track of whether you've used a focus key phrase or not. Even then, you might not need to pay for it. The free version of Yoast is amazing, okay? If you get nothing else out of this, just know that you need to have Yoast and do what it says, okay? And I'm going to give you some stuff that Yoast doesn't necessarily tell you. But if you're like, I can't handle this, I just need to go do the thing, just go do what Yoast tells you, okay? Now, I'm going to walk you through my exact process that I use to optimize my blog, okay? Now, step 1, we've already copied everything over to WordPress, okay? It's already there. So step 1 is I work on a bomb.com title, because your title is the most important part of your blog, because if people don't click on your title, they're never going to read your blog. They're never going to benefit from your blog, right? So you need to spend a good amount of time on your title. I honestly probably spend about 50%, maybe as low as 30% of my blog creation time on my title. And sometimes titles are easier for certain blogs than they are others, okay? But remember, you've already done your keyword research. You already know what your keyword focus is going to be for this blog. So I want you to work on your title. Now, your keyword phrase that you're focusing on needs to ideally be towards the beginning of your title, okay? Now, your title for your blog cannot be forever long. Different platforms have different recommended lengths as far as like podcasting, YouTube, blogging. Podcasting, ain't nobody care how long your title is over there from what I've gathered. YouTube, I know nothing. Don't ask me YouTube questions. But blogging, your title needs to be somewhere in the 50 to 60 character range, okay? So you need to tell the people what you're going to tell them in your blog, and you need to tell them quickly. Like, don't take forever. No hem-hawing around, okay? And in your blog title, search engines like it a little better if your keyword focus is towards the beginning. Now, sometimes it doesn't work out like that, right? It's more important that it sounds authentic, that it sounds like a human wrote it for another human, than it is to have that keyword right at the front of the title just to make the search engines happy, okay? Now, if you struggle with titling and you're just like, help, Headline Analyzer is a great tool. I've actually used a lot of different titling tools, all of them free, except for Headline Analyzer before. And I will say that it is by far my favorite. Now, I've used some that, they'll help you come up with an interesting title, but it's not keyword friendly or keyword rich. Like, they're just helping you come up with creative titles, which sometimes you need to kind of get your creative juices flowing. But for the most part, like, I just try to focus my time in on creating the right title for that blog and creating that title in such a way that it's going to get my blog seen, right? Like, the creative titles, while they're they're clickable, if they're not searchable, they're not findable, nobody's going to click them, right? Now, Headline Analyzer, like I said, is not free. They do have a free trial. I think it's like a week or so. But their yearly membership is like $100 in that ballpark. If you can't swing that and you want to experiment with coming up with different titles, that's fine. That's fine. What I want you to do then, if you're going to come up with your own titles all by your own self, which is fine. Listen, I did that for years. Totally fine. Don't feel like you have to spend money. But I want you to try to come up with at least 5 title options for each piece of content. Now, why? Well, because most of us, our first draft isn't our best draft. I want you to just play with, okay, do I put the promise of what this blog is going to deliver at the beginning? Do I put it at the end? Do I use numbers? Is that more enticing? Do I use how-tos? Like, make sure that all of these title ideas that you come up with are authentic to the content, but just having different title ideas is going to it's going to get your brain going. It's going to help you become a better writer and ultimately a better titler, okay? Now, a great title has to, 1, be true. Like, ain't nobody want a clickbaity title that you click on and then the blog doesn't even do what you thought it was going to do, right? Like, everybody hates that. And 2, a great title has to be enticing, right? Like, you have to give somebody a reason to click on something, to read something, right? How is this going to help them? How is this going to make their life better? How is this going to make them not drown in laundry? Like, whatever your promise is. Can you tell I need to fold laundry? Whatever your promise is, like, just state it pretty clearly in the title, okay? It's okay to be a little bit clever in your title as long as it's true, okay? Now, you've told them what you're going to tell them in your title. So deliver, okay? Make sure that your blog delivers on the title, please. For the love of all things holy, do not create clickbaity titles, please and thank you. Hey friend, I know you're trying to grow this business, but does it feel like it's not really going anywhere? Did you know that we can actually fix the back end of your business so that you have some great SEO? Did you know that we can repurpose your podcast or repurpose your blog and help you grow faster? Did you know that was even an option? If you're thinking, oh my goodness, Faith, that would be amazing, then head on over to faithhannon.com/coaching or click the link in the show notes. In just 1 hour of your time, we'll get you a marketing plan in a box with the exact keywords that you need to be going for, how and where to implement them, and at least 3 months of SEO-focused content planned out for you. Let's get your coaching call on the books right now and get your marketing strategy headed in the right direction. Spots are limited, so don't wait. And I cannot wait to help you finally get the breakthrough you've been waiting for and jumpstart your business dream back to life. All right, next stop on the optimizing your blog train is I go over to Canva and I create my images over there. Now, I have a Canva Pro account. It's worth it to me to be able to upload multiple brands and upload my own custom fonts and use some of their pro templates. Totally worth it to me. I think it's like $12 a month. If you're creating a lot of content, probably worth the dollars for you. So what I do is I create all of my images for Pinterest when I'm doing this right now. And I create everything optimized for Pinterest because Pinterest is one of my main forms of marketing. I'm actually going to teach them on Pinterest coming up pretty soon. But when I'm in Pinterest, I go ahead and I create all of my graphics for Pinterest that I'm then going to use some of on my blog. So I'm killing 2 birds with 1 stone. Okay, so I've created my images for my blog on Pinterest. They're just graphic templates that I upload my own colors, my own fonts, my own photos to, and then I download them to my computer, and then I, top secret info, rename them with keyword rich names, not keyword dumped names, keyword rich names, okay? Make sure you put dashes in between the words because remember, websites or Google doesn't always separate words, okay? Put dashes in between the words when you're naming them. Then I'm going to take those images and I'm going to upload a few of them. I don't use all of them, but just a few of them to my blog on WordPress. Great. Put them in. I like to do at least 1 quote graphic just because I like quotes and I think other people do too. So I like to do at least 1 quote per blog. Okay, great. That's done. Step number 3 in optimizing your blog is I want you to add in relevant internal links. Now, this would be any other blogs or any other podcasts that you have created already that relate to this one blog. Like if you have a 5-part blog series and you're on step number 3, link the other ones, right? If you've already created a blog on how to plan your meals and then you have another blog on how to budget for healthy meals, like link the 2. Okay. Not only does it help your reader have an easier journey through your content, but Google likes that as well because it sees, oh, yeah, there's more relevant content here on their site and more relevant content here on their site. So just linking your own content, don't overdo it. I try to not do more than like 3 or 4 per blog. Like even that's a lot. Like normally it's more like 1 or 2 other pieces of content of my own content that I'm linking to, okay? So you're going to add in relevant internal links. Great. Now, 4th step, you're going to add in relevant external links. For me, this looks like adding in my podcast links. This looks like adding in any affiliate links that I have. This looks like adding in any relevant research, okay? Boom, done. Shouldn't take a ton of time. The 5th thing that I want you to do is I want you to link any appropriate freebies, any appropriate lead magnets that you have. This doesn't need to be, you do not, please hear me on this, do not go and create a new freebie for every single blog that you write. I did that for a minute and I was like, oh no, this is dumb. I'd rather have like 1 or 2 kick booty freebies and include them in lots of places, okay? You want to link any appropriate freebies, any appropriate calls to action, like book a coaching call, buy this course, whatever. You want to link that, okay? And then number 6 is one of my favorite things to help people optimize, and it is this. Optimize your H2 headings. What does that mean? I'll explain. Optimizing your H2 headings looks like this. It looks like including your main keyword focus phrase that, remember, we decided on way back in the planning stage and in the keyword research stage. It's including that keyword phrase that you have towards the beginning of your title in some of your H2 text. Now, if you are big on writing list blogs or doing, list podcasts that you're repurposing into blogs, like here's 3 steps, here's 5 mindset shifts, blah, blah, blah. This is super easy. Just like include the keyword in an authentic way. It has to be authentic. It has to flow. It has to sound good in some of your points, right? Like point 2, point 5, and point 7 can each have that keyword phrase in it, right? Now, the wonderful thing about Yoast is that Yoast will tell you when you have used that keyword phrase too much in your H2 headings. It will also tell you when you have used it too little in your H2 headings, okay? So again, pay attention to Yoast, okay? But you want to take those H2 headings and you want to make them keyword friendly. Now, sometimes you can take some of that H2 text in your blog that you're just kind of using to break it up and create sections so it doesn't read like one long giant essay. Sometimes it doesn't even have to be like a point. Sometimes it can just be like a sub. Think of it as a subheading. If you're not somebody that likes to have a bunch of different points in your blogs, think of it as a subheading, okay? And use that H2 text very, very strategically. Because when you've used your H2 text strategically and you've included your keyword focus in there authentically and not too much, Google sees that as, oh, okay, they've got this keyword phrase in more than just their title. It's included other places throughout the content. So this blog must be relevant towards this search query, and it bumps it up higher than it would have if you just put your keyword phrase in the title and never put it in any more important text again. Now, are y'all ready for my 7th tip? It is like, it's just I learned this tip in the last year and I'm like, boom, mind blown. Why didn't I know this before? But this 7th and final tip I have for you today on how to optimize your blog to get found on Google is this: include an FAQ section on relevant blogs. Not every blog, and don't repeat the FAQs, but having an FAQ section that just answers questions people are asking in a very straight, non-fluffy way shows Google that your site and that individual blog is, boom, answering questions in a very relevant way. Now, I have used a certain plugin for an FAQ section and I never could get it to work. And I was like, ugh. So I was mashing around one day on my blog, like angry about my FAQ section not working. And I was like, I wonder if this comes with an FAQ block. It does, y'all. Yoast has an FAQ block that you can just use on your cotton picking, plain Jane WordPress blog. Okay? Just use that. It'll make your life simpler than fighting with a plugin that doesn't want to work. Okay, so now I'm going to walk you through this again, just one time. To optimize your blog, to get found on Google and have great SEO, you need a bomb.com title with the keyword focus towards the beginning of the title. You need to create your images and optimize them for your website with not a giant file size, and they need to be named with keyword-rich names, but not keyword-dumped names. You need to add in relevant internal links, relevant external links, appropriate freebies or paid offers. You need to optimize your H2 headings, and when possible and applicable and not overdone, y'all put in an FAQ section. Okay? So I pray that this episode blesses you, because I know learning all these things has blessed me and blessed my clients. If you are ready to really dive in and have the right keywords for your business so that you know that you're doing the right things and using the right keywords to get found on Google and connect with your ideal people, generate leads with your website, then please go ahead and book a coaching call, book a 1-hour coaching call, and we will sit down and figure out the best keywords for your business and your business in this season, because you're going to grow, but I want you to use the right keywords to get you that growth. So y'all have a blessed rest of your day, and we're coming back at you tomorrow with the 5th and final episode of this bonus series on how to really market your content well and repurpose it in all the right ways. Thank you so much for listening in today. Hopefully this episode gave you some really tangible tips for better SEO and marketing to get more leads and more sales from your website. If it did, can I ask you a quick favor? Would you please share this episode with a friend and then just take 10 seconds and go leave a written review on Apple Podcasts. That is the very best way to help more Jesus-loving entrepreneurs scale their businesses so that they can help more people with their gifts and make an even bigger impact for the kingdom of God. And guess what? We now have a Facebook community where we can learn, hang out, and laugh. Go join the Facebook group now. It's linked in the show notes. And all the other things, courses, coaching, and copywriting can be found at my website, faithhannon.com. Until next time, God bless, and I'll talk to you soon.